these 2 days. But please, please forgive me. I had some very, very crazy shifts that this 2 days was like, oh my goodness. Um, it was like a baby machine, It was just like babies was born, babies are born. So it was a crazy, crazy 2 days for me. But we had healthy babies, healthy mummies, and very, very happy families.
Yeah.
I am not alone today. Today I have Sis Mayflo, she's my special guest. And
Hello.
then we have Brother Mike as well today that's joining. So we're going to share our story and our journey on this platform today. I am not going to keep anybody long because I also have another shift that I'm going to. Sis Mayflo also have a shift to cover. And then Brother Mike, I think, also have his commitments. So I'm
I'm
going
free
to tell
today.
you.
It's
Yes,
a
yes.
busy day. It's Friday.
So just to introduce myself to you guys, my name is Moira, face behind moirasandyforshare.com. Mom of two, married to a very lovely husband. Um, Also registered nurse midwife, working full time, 12-hour shifts. Hopefully, and also praying that the retirement will come soon. But any case. Um, I am also a proud digital business owner, guys, and I am loving, loving, loving it, every single bit of it. So this is me. I'm going to hand over to Sis Mayflo. She will introduce herself, and then we're gonna go to Brother Mike.
Yes. Hi. Good morning in your side, on my side, and good evening on your side. My name is
Yes.
May Santa Ana. I'm a registered nurse, just like Sis Moira.
Mhm.
I came here in the United States 2003 by an agency. Before that, I'm also in labor and the mother and babies department when I was in the Philippines, which is a beautiful department of nursing. You tend to make the family happy, right? Um, Also, I am a registered nurse here in a government institution. I'm a restorative nurse, so we are the one who's restoring the strength of our um, aging residents. We call them residents.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yes, I have two kids. I have a loving husband, a daughter, and I have a twin sister. Thank you for inviting me, Sis Moira, on your show, and I hope we are able to grace your show and something to learn from this digital
Yes.
business that we have. There you go. Thank you.
Thanks, Sis.
Yes,
Brother
thank you.
Mike.
Yes, thank you. Now today is my free day. It's been a hectic week for me actually, just like everyone else. But thank God I'm free today. Yes, my name is Michael Agho-Olomu, and I'm originally from Nigeria. I live in Sweden. So I want to say good afternoon to our viewers today. How
Hmm.
amazing that somebody's saying good afternoon, good morning, and good evening at the same time, and we are reaching out to you at the same time. I am a CNC operator by profession, even though I'm trained or educated as a logistics analyst. I am a proud father of three beautiful children, and like I like to say that I am the husband of the most beautiful woman in the world. So,
Oh.
yes, please. And I'm also a digital business owner, very proud to own it, and loving how flexible and unique our branch of or our kind of digital business is.
Hmm.
So yes, that is me, and we are here today again. Thanks you, Sister Moira, for always making this happen.
Yes, brother. We do what we need to do, right?
Yeah.
Um, so today we are going to share again, once again, a little bit of a background and then our biggest why. So for me, um, I already said I'm a registered nurse midwife, so going to be 20 years this year in this field. But with life and the challenges that come along our way, and that happens, especially on a financial side. We need some, like an extra income, or just a side hustle, or just something that will supplement your income. I am originally from South Africa, staying currently in Dubai. This is the third year now. And as I mentioned, a lot of challenges have come my way. I said the other day, I do not want to talk about the negative anymore, because ever since I started this business, it was just about positivity and just looking forward to the future, and just, focus on the good things, and things that you can do that will uplift you and empower you, and also a bonus to earn some extra money, or just be successful in whichever any area of your life. Um, I I have I'm the youngest. Sorry, I'm the youngest of six kids. I have four brothers and I have one sister. Grew up in a very very nice place on the coastal side in South Africa. Um, Born and brought up by very strict parents, but they were also in the same sentence very loving, and they looked after us, especially my dad. My mom worked, but then she had to look after us. So um, my dad did not had a chance. You know, I've mentioned this before, to enjoy his pension. He worked so hard until over 60, and then by the time he got off at work, he only was with us 3 months after he finished his work for so many years. And then, God decided my father is very much useful for him. So that was painful, going through that. And just to think about it, especially when I've done started this business, that there was there was absolutely no joy for him to enjoy what he was doing for how many years of his life, and realizing, starting this business, that I do not want to go that same route. I do not want to work over 60, and then I, you know, there's no, you do not have benefits or enjoyment of your retirement. Um, Besides the financial aspect, um, I want to retire early, and I want to enjoy, with my kids as well. And I also want the same thing for him. So that is just a little bit of from my family side, and where I'm coming from, actually, um, going into the business. I know I'm talking now, um, giving some information that I need to share later, but this is something that just always comes up and pops up, and a little bit hard to talk about, but the more you talk about it, actually, it makes me feel a little bit better at the end of the day. But working long hours, me and Sis Mayflo was telling now, we off to our shifts again, and leaving our kids at home, not having much time for myself, and not uh, have some time with the children. The other night when I came home after my shift, I still had to help my son with some of these things. And in the state and the tired and exhausted body I had, mind, I still had to do something, even it was just a little of my 2 cents of my brain that was still working after that long hours. But that, I think that is not fair, towards my child. And because I also want him to succeed in his schoolwork, so that he can, we have um, dreams for our children to be successful as well one day, but we need to open that pathway for them. Sorry if I'm going off the topic now, but yes,
It's
my
okay.
biggest why. So I hope you just realize that my biggest why is my family, my children, my family, and myself. I need to take care of myself. So that is where my biggest why also comes in. Yes, over to you, Sis my flow. I am
Yeah.
running away with the words again.
You're just giving us an insight about yourself, so which is good
Yeah.
because you're being true to your audience and to us, right? So that's fine. Being vulnerable sometimes is okay because it helps you to overcome some
Yeah.
struggles in life, right? So,
Yeah.
by the way, for me, as you said, for yourself, I came from a family where I came from a province. So we
Hmm.
have I have five siblings, so we are seven in the family. One already was taken by our Lord, so
Hmm.
he's in good hands now.
Hmm.
And then I have a twin sister. She's also a nurse.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, two of my siblings are still in the Philippines, but my sister and I are here. And we petitioned our parents 2009, yeah, when they came here. So they just go back and forth from here to the Philippines to see our siblings. And of course, my biggest why, most of us, our biggest why is actually our family. And
Hmm.
also, as we are in the medical field, sorry about my dog, he always wants to be with me. Okay. Um, so as I said, biggest why is most of us are family, especially
Hmm.
for me, I have an aging parent, so I want also to spend more time with them.
Hmm.
Plus, in our profession in the medical field and any profession, we already have long hours in our job. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's sad to say that with those long hours, you don't have enough time to be with
Yeah.
the precious loved ones that you have, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you regret that they have to go through something in order for you to realize.
Hmm.
And this a sense of mine actually came when we had the global crisis. My mom and dad are with me, but I cannot give them the enough time being with them. You must have to take
Hmm.
care of them right now, right? Because they are
Yeah.
on their age, golden years. But how can you do that if you have long hour job, and then when you come home, it's just like routine coming home, just lay down a bit, have a 6 hours sleep, go back
Hmm.
to work. So and then that global crisis really give us the open mind that one job or having a job is not really enough, that
Hmm.
when that job will be gone from you because of some issues, you will realize that the one that you have, like yeah, financial, is not enough when you lost something, right? So that's the time that I searched really in the social media, and I found this beautiful uh, business that we have, and give me to realize that it's not too late to start a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too late to start a new one and manage the work life balance that you want to have
Hmm.
in order for you to enjoy life while we are still here. Yeah, that's my biggest why. Thank you, Brother Mike.
Yes, thank you. See, I it's something I used to, or my sister used to say when I was younger. She's my elder sister. Of course, I come from a very large family. We were 13. I had 12 siblings. Uh, Unfortunately, two of them are no more with us. They are with the Lord now. Uh, but my sister always had this saying. She would say that whenever you are ready to show off your beauty, there's always somebody who is waiting to appreciate your beauty. So never be in a rush to let your beauty show. But whenever you are ready, there will be somebody who is specially ready and waiting for you to appreciate that beauty. What do I mean by that? I started my family quite late. Most people don't believe that I am over 50 years old already. Uh, I I quickly found out when I started after starting my family that look, it's not going to be enough uh, to have just one job. Even though I have a very well-paying job, and I like to say that my job is not compared to what you guys do, but when you see that the product that you are delivering uh, with very very small marginal for errors that can determine the life and death of passengers. So, because I work in the manufacturing industry that produces buses and trucks. Now, like when I said small marginal, I'm talking of marginal as thin as the hair strand on your hair. So the was single mistake of just 0.001 can affect the quality and safety of the drivers or commuters in the bus. So when you're in that field, you have to be extra careful. And I enjoy doing my job, but at the same time, I enjoy more staying with my family. I enjoy more being the company of my children, my wife, and trying to help them. Uh, I also double as a football coach, so which means I have more than enough in my hands already. So add to that, my mom in Nigeria, she's in a golden age also, like you said. She's going to be 80 years next year, next February. So you see that you have so much to do, you have so much plans to make, but then the income is really not enough.
Mm.
So for me, my biggest why is my family. And when I say my family now, I don't just mean my immediate family, my wife and my children. I mean, my mother-in-law is a so loving woman that is also based in Nigeria. I mean, my
Mm.
mom, who is based in Nigeria. I have my brothers and sisters who are still in Nigeria, and my in-laws who are very wonderful people. Some are in Nigeria, some are different part of the world. So I want to be able to travel. And
Yeah.
when I travel, it doesn't matter how short the distance, I want to always be able to carry my family along, my wife, my kids. I want to take them along anywhere I go. So you see that my biggest why for me is my family. I want to make sure that uh, if I'm relaxed, they are relaxed, or rather, if they are relaxed and feel comfortable, then I have more relaxation in me. I'm able to sleep without problem, able to rest without problem, and all this coupled with the pandemic situation that you couldn't travel, you couldn't do things. People were losing their job. People were, thank God I didn't lose my job. I didn't lose my income that period just because of the field and how specialized that department is that you don't readily get people to work in there. So you have to go for trainings for more than 3 years to be qualified to work in that department. So that gave me a different perspective. And then what really was the last nail on the coffin for me was when my son called me one day. I was at work and he was home. He called me and asked, "Where are you?" I told him, "I'm at work." And then he said, "Why do you always have to work?"
Mm.
I told him, "Look, I have to work to get money so we have enough money to spend for your activities." He said, "Is it
Mm.
just for money you have to work?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You know what, Daddy? If you promise to come home now, I will break open my baby bank
Mm.
and then I will
Sure.
share what I send it with you."
Sure.
He was just about 6 or 7 years old then, but he was thinking about me. He wanted to spend time with me. So I'm sorry.
It's okay,
Luckily,
brother
we
Mike.
were
Okay.
just about closing my shift that day, so I had to come home quickly, and we had some nice times together. And it got me thinking, what am I really doing? There's more than life than just money.
Yeah.
And that really got me into thinking, what can I do if I go get an extra job? The little time I have to spend with the family is going to be taken away. So then, at just about that period, I saw my cousin, Sister Vera. She was doing this go live with Brian Ryan. I thought, oh my God, my sister is going to be duped. She's falling into the hands of criminals. She's going to be duped. I, I was watching. I watched the go live. Then I got my phone. I called. I said, "What are you doing? These people, they are criminals. They are. We have a special name for it in Nigeria. They call it 419. Because that is the code for it in Nigeria." So I said, "These are 419. They are going to dupe you. Please don't do this." So she started laughing. She said, "No." She said, "I have done my due diligence. I've checked this. This is genuine. This is not fake."
Yeah.
I said, "Look, you don't know this as much as I." She said, "You know
Mm.
what? Give me your email address and your." Of course, she knows my full name, so I gave her my email address. She registered me in a for
In
that.
her website.
Yeah, and then she told me on Tuesday night at about 2 o'clock, there's going to be a mastermind. So I need you to send your go into this point and register your name, and then watch one of the presentation. Then if you still don't, if you're still not convinced after that, then we'll talk again. I told myself, okay, when I get in there, I'm going to set a question. And if they answer my question, of course, they don't know I'm going to be coming or be joining in the presentation. I did, and I sent a question. I was going, I watched everything. I sent a question, and my question was picked and
Mm.
answered to my
Mm.
satisfaction. I said, okay, then there's no way this can be fake.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I know I've gone a little bit off the question, but the general what I'm trying to say is that my biggest why is my family, my
Yeah.
wife, my kids, my mom and my mother-in-law back home,
Mm.
and the fact that this business gives me an opportunity to do everything at the same time, spend time with my family, be able to keep in touch with my friends and my family back home in Nigeria, and still enjoy that time. I mean, I could easily have been offered to work now doing some extra hours for today that I'm free, but I am home. I'm
Mm.
waiting for the kids to come back from school now. So my biggest why is my family, and thankful that I took the decision to join in. Even though the main reason I wanted to, I got to know about this business because I thought it was going to be fake or some scam. But my biggest why for me is my family, my wife, my kids. They're the most important thing to me. Thank you,
Yeah.
Stabora.
Thank you, Brother Mike, for sharing that. That's just something that deep that you touch there, and especially when things that are important. It's not just about money. It's like
Yes.
your family and your relationships with the people around you, because um they are not pieces of something. They are human beings, and they are the ones that are there for you, to pick you up, carry you and support you. I don't want us to go long over the time. So, what I'm going to do, I had some questions, but we can just each and every one of us share one of our memorable experiences, any challenges we face, and the impact that we have, very in a very brief, short or way, so that we can just save some time as well in any information that we can share. At the end, we will share for our viewers. Says Mayflow, can you start?
Yeah, for what
Yeah,
is the what they call the one that you're saying is the memorable. Okay.
memorable experience.
Yeah,
Yes.
experience. Memorable experience in this particular or in this beautiful business that we have when I went to convention. Um
Mm,
that's that's in Calgary. That was in August. I would like really to give you this insight that if you go for a convention kind of like this business thing, it will boost your confidence, it will
mm,
boost your mindset to
mm,
focus in this kind of in this business that we have. At first for me, when I didn't have those chance to be on like a convention, this business for me is like a hobby,
mm.
something like that. But it turned around when I joined the convention. Why? Because you are able to meet
Yes.
people in the business partners that you know already that they are in their highest
Mm,
milestone, right? And the thing is they are really humble in, and they are
mm,
really able to give some advices, give give you the point of view, their experience, how they get
Yeah.
in there, and you will be motivated to be part of that also success that they are having right now. So those are the beautiful insight of this business, that the community itself is really generous to give
Mm.
you those experience, those knowledge, those skills that you are also able to gain, as long as you are able to be determined and also have the consistency in doing the business. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just and any challenges you faced so far, sis Mayflo?
Challenges, there's a lot of challenges, of course. A business is
Mm.
it's not like one day or get rich quick business, right?
Mm.
At first I don't have any background about business. I'm not really a good in the computer, but those skills are able to learn in the business. Why? Because we have a user friendly training, which is really a video base that you can repeat, and then if you don't understand in one setting, you can do it another one until you are able to do so, and you are able to, and or you are confident to do this business. So a lot of people will saying, I don't have time in doing the
Yeah.
business, but
Mm.
my advice is you can do this business in a scattered time. It's not only
Mm.
one setting, so it's really a good one to try and look on this business that we are offering, because it is really a chance for you to change your family's life and your
Mm.
also your work balance life, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true, sis Mayflo. Especially the time, um, trying to get to do everything, but also trying to put in effort in
Yes.
something that you know that you are going to get also something out of it. Not just give, and you get the minimum of
Mm-hmm.
what you are putting in. So yes, I just wanted to mention something that you told about the convention. It was like crazy the other night when the system was open for the tickets for Japan convention. It was crazy, guys. I don't know if you watch the messages. It was like, oh my word, But the tickets went in like a matter of time.
Seconds.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
minutes or seconds,
yes,
boom.
so it was crazy. I was just sitting and laughing, like it's like people are getting anxiety attacks. They don't get tickets and things like that. But yes, that's life. So, but that's inspiring as well, and you are with the energy. I think I can actually see that the energy in and the moment the convention is happening, everybody around and everybody knows exactly, like minded, and they know
Mhm.
what they going to expect. But yeah, that's a good inspiration, brother Mike.
Yes, for me, I would say the experience I would say that is the biggest for me is uh, the fact that the business is the ease at which you can actually navigate through the business.
Mhm.
It
Mm,
is. I've done so many things. I worked in the movie industry before I came to Sweden, and uh, there at that I can say probably the easiest job I ever did. Being in the movie industry, it's probably the
mm,
easiest job I ever did. Okay, writing scripts is not very easy, but that part of it is off, then basically everything becomes a lot easier. But when you get into this business, you see it's direct step by step instruction of what to do, what needs to do, the next phase of your growth or development in the business is already thought about and put in place for you. So that is really maybe a big experience, an eye opener for me, if I would say it like that. That
mm,
you get a business that you are coming into, and then It's like somebody has done about 60% of what you need to do when you start off a business. I have been involved in my family business all through my life. So basically, what you do when you start up something new is what is already in place for you in the training site. Like you see, point for point, step for step, that there is a direction in words and in videos of what to do, what needs to do, what to look out for, and then the innovations that keep coming in and is already in place. Every new technological development that comes in, there is an information about it already in the training site. And for to say setback, I don't always like to use that word because I believe for every failure, for everything you fail in, if you look deep, you will see an answer for what you're supposed to do. So one of the places I enjoy most now is being out with the kids that I coach. We've lost a few matches, but for every match we lose, it's an opportunity for the children to develop even better. Because from that loss, we're able to show the kids these are where you went wrong. These are what you're supposed to do in the next time you play a match, and they understand it. Even though we taught them about that during training and practice, but when they lose a match, it becomes real to them, and then they learn from that. And often, the next match is always a very big win because they see those mistakes now in real time, and then they're able to apply it when they play their next matches. So, if I may just say that skepticism from people, especially for me as a man, I don't know, probably people have more acceptance when sisters and mothers are talking, and when a man like myself is saying just the same thing, it's a little bit more difficult for people to accept. But for me, I see that as a challenge and try to get or look for ways to be able to come across to such people, and not to let that be something that push me back. Instead, I use it as a stumbling block to climb on and go higher. So generally,
Yeah.
what I say is that for everything you fail in life, take a look at the most successful people in life today. If you look at the background, they failed woefully when they were starting up. So, but the most important key is that you understanding that this is not the end. Rather, this is your
Mm-hmm.
step. This is the stone you're going to step on to elevate yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's actually good, using what the people are throwing you with all the negativity and things, and you use that as your stumble block to build on your success, because it's your success at the end of the day. So what you put in is what you also get out, you
Yeah.
know. Um, I was sitting the other yesterday morning, actually, when I opened my phone, there was this message um on my messenger. So the one is calling me a scammer, and I was looking at this as my flow. I was thinking, okay, should I respond or
Uh,
should I just ignore you, because for such an adult to have such a little mind like that, I just thought, okay, this guy is just trying to uh spoil my day first of all, and try to take my joy away, and trying to see me as if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I know who I am. So I thought to myself, I'm not going to entertain this gentleman, because what I normally do, I first open their Facebook and see if it's a real person, if it's also not a scammer, because he's calling me a scammer, because they create these Facebook pages and then it's not them. They don't want to reveal themselves.
Themselves, yeah.
And then I said, okay, I'm not going to entertain you. You look like a real person. When I went into his Facebook page, he was all this faithful, humble description that he's giving to himself, but yet he's calling me a scammer. So I said, okay, let me not start this conversation, because I think this conversation is going to go somewhere else
Yeah.
that both of us are not. It's there's going to be regrets at the end of the day. But in any case, I left it just like that. So those are also the challenges that we face in this business. I don't know if you have also come across of that. So Sis Mayflow,
Yes.
how has this business changed your life, and what
In a lot.
information? Yeah, in the same
Yeah.
sense, can you also share the information, any information to our viewers of what we have in this business?
Okay. Changed my life. As I've said earlier in my story, the time that I supposed to give to my parents and also to my family, I are able to gain that. The flexibility of this business is really the best one for me, and the automation that we have. Flexibility in the sense that I'm able now to have more time with my family. We have able to travel, and also, of course, in the financial aspect, you don't have to worry anymore, right? Because you know
Mm,
that this business is giving you something that help you not only for your family but also able to help other people. And the
mm,
information that I can give is to the viewers is to try, and we are offering this webinar or the workshop that we have. It is a no cost workshop. It's a complimentary workshop. You
mm,
learn it from there, because every time they will ask how, many inquiries will ask me how, but then
mm.
if you will tell them to and invite them to start register their name and email address
Yeah,
in the website, and they will say, can you just give the information right now? But
yeah,
the
yeah.
first step that we should have to do, as we all know, we gone from this, is that we have to watch the workshop. In that
Mm,
workshop, you already know, you will able to assess yourself already if this business is
mm,
for you, because we
mm,
already lay out the information that they are asking for in this workshop that we are inviting them
mm.
to watch. It's 90-minute workshop. I know you are able to watch a movie in two
Yes.
hours 2.5. How about 90 minutes of learning on how you can change, or how you can change your future and the future of your family, that will provide you something that can give you the best in your life. Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Sister Flo. If you can watch a 2 hour movie, and there are 3 hour movies now, so
Yes.
you can watch that webinar twice, even, if you do not
Yes.
understand. And that gives us all the information. Brother Mike?
Yeah, I just want to say that when there is a will, there's always a way. If
Yes.
if if you so much want to do something, no matter how tight your time schedule is, you will make out time to do
Mm,
that thing. So for me, I think people spend a lot these days. You go out, and that is the difference between, according to Miles Monroe, the difference between rich people and people who are not rich. Because
mm,
the rich person is already thinking, what am I going to invest in?
mm,
Mm-hmm.
Why the person who's not rich is thinking, oh, that's a new bag, that's a new iPhone, that is a new
mm,
shoe. You have 20, 30, 40 pairs of shoes at home. You've not used more than half of it in the last 4 or 5 years, but there's a new model out there. You are going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other man is thinking, okay, this shoe costs $2,000, for example. If I invest this $2,000 in 2, 3 years, I would have made $10,000 from the proceeds of it and still have the capital. So he puts in that money, and in 5 years, you probably have used that $2,000 worth shoe 3 or 4 times, and it's just sitting down collecting dust.
mm.
So for me, it's even though I always had the investment mindset, the business mindset from my youth, this business actually made it easier for me to invest and then watch it grow. And then to add to that, the one of the things I like doing best, I like to have conversation. I like to hold contacts with people.
Hmm.
This business makes it a lot easier for me to be able to hold conversation and get contact with people while helping them to get into businesses and start up their own businesses and help people to encourage them to see that there is a better way of life than having to do extra jobs every now and then. So for me, that is one of the reasons why, or things that have changed for me, that I can do two things that I love at the same time: holding
Hmm.
contact with people and helping them establish their own businesses. That's
Yeah. You actually saying something now, brother Mike, that I was actually thinking also the other day. I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I actually learned also now how to save a little bit, instead of just going always every time to the shop, looking for something that, and then it's something that you're not even going to use it maybe once or twice, and then it's going to sit there in the wardrobe or wherever, for some time, and that is just waste, and that is actually valuable information that you're giving, and that is one of the things that I've learned also in this business, is to try and save in any way, any form that you can. I just
yes.
want to say thank you for our viewers that have also watched in. Same for me, since my flow and brother Mike has shared to you about the webinar. um, you know um, uh what was I wanted to say something, now the words flew out of my mind. Anyways, so this webinar, I also have a lot of questions. How do you do it? Give me more information. So, and then once I send the message, same, and I tell them, give your register with your name and your email address, and then they quiet, and then they said, okay, thank you. But in it, the thing is that webinar is going to tell you exactly the
Mm-hmm.
how.
Yeah.
It's going to give you exactly the how. And that is why we have it twice weekly. For us in Dubai, it's on a Wednesday and a Friday morning at 5 a.m. So Smayflo, I'm think
Seven.
your
It's
times.
gonna be Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. here Central Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Brother Mike.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. So, guys, please, your time zones, we always show it on our posts and advertise about our webinars, but you just need to register your name and email on our website. I'm going to put it on now. I just want to tell you and share to you, you need to be educated. You need to be educated, right? And the education is starting with a webinar. You need to know more. You want to know more? So start with a webinar. Mr. Nelson Mandela said, bless his beautiful soul, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
Yeah.
If you start with that webinar, that is your powerful weapon that can change your world.
Yeah.
That is all that I can give to you today. Um, my website is www.moirasandyfoshia.com. This is my flow. I cannot see, sorry.
My website is www.mayemsantaana.com. That's my
And
brother Mike.
mine is www.esosaago.com.
Just your name, valid email address, um, and that will give you the link to our webinar. You will get some information as well, and or you can just message us directly. If you are now so scared to put your name and your email address on this queries or this so-called scammers, let me tell you, I am not a scammer. I cannot exploit other people. I had I've grown up working hard for what I wanted, and everyone else of us today, says Mayflo and Brother Mike, things did not fall in our hands. We are still working
Yeah.
towards our dreams and our goals. We all started. exactly by watching the webinar, and that made us and allowed us to make this decision to change our world. We educated ourselves. We started with the training. We are still training because we are having weekly masterminds from our leaders that sees that everybody gets the same information so that we are all of us, achieve our dreams and goals at the end of the day. So I am not going to hold on further. I don't know if Sis Mayflow or Brother Mike has something more to add.
I'm good.
I just want to just a little, just one thing that I've noticed that people create fake email addresses or
Hmm.
use fake names when they register. They are interested, they want to get this information, but they put in fake names. Sorry, guys, I'm not sure anybody, any scammer will put in their faces on a live Facebook send, a live send Facebook every week, at least once a week we are live. If you put in your fake email address or a fake email address, if you decide to continue with the business, you have difficulties because
Hmm.
this business you have to register it legitimately with the authorities in the country you live in. So if the name you register with does not tally with the name on your documents, then you
Hmm.
cannot do it. And there's no way you can change your names once you've locked in a name in the business. So
Yeah.
the most we can do is send you informations that you probably say, okay, you are not interested in, and you just go on and unsubscribe. Just
Hmm.
your email address and your name, that's it, nothing more than that. And we are not going to do anything with it. I have more than enough emails to respond to already, so I don't want to have anything extra. Just the information you need and the access to
Yeah.
watch the workshop videos. That is it, nothing more than that. We're not going to send you anything more than that. No buying, no selling. We're not going to
Yeah.
market anything for you. That is it.
Yeah. Um, let me just see this one. Okay. We are going to end off. Thank you so much, Ms. Mayflow,
Thank
for
you. Thank
sharing
you.
your journey. Brother Mike, thank you for joining in
Thank
once
you very
again.
much. Thank
We will
you.
see you guys again. So have a good night, good day, stay safe, and God bless. Bye.
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 Bye.